Welcome to another edition of The Fan Perspective. I am your host, Nathan Nile. It is Sunday, so that means fantasy football. I was trying to upload this an hour ago, but some breaking news popped up. I had to add it to my stories. Let's start with injury news. Jay Cutler looks like he'll be making his return to the field when the Bears play the Vikings. As of this morning, he has been officially cleared to play. The Vikings are coming off a bye week, and yet Percy Harvin is still doubtful to play. And as of right now, it looks like they're saying he's not even going to suit up. Greg Jennings returned to practice this week and is officially listed as questionable, though nobody actually expects him to play this week. Vick and Lesean McCoy are both expected to miss Monday night. Nick Foles and Bryce Brown are going to start at QB and running back. Haden is back for the Cleveland Browns, so their defense is relevant again. Blaine Gabbart has been placed on IR, and Chad Henne is the new starter. Now, on to the rest of the show. There are a couple of players who are on the rise right now. Marcel Reese, running back for the Oakland Raiders, had nearly 200 yards of total offense last week. 100 yards rushing, 93 yards receiving, and he should have another decent week as he appears to remain the prime back with DMC expected to miss another game. And also, Carson Palmer has only had one game this season where he scored less than 15 points. And also, though, I expect the Raiders offense to rack up a lot of yards, but at the same time, I'm going to say that Cincinnati's defense has had two very strong weeks in a row and could have another decent day against Oakland's team, because while they get a lot of yards, they don't find the end zone as often, and they turn the ball over very often. So Cincinnati could be a strong play. And you know who's definitely a strong play? Anybody on Cincinnati's offense. So if you smoke him, if you got him. Green, Dalton, the law firm, just whoever, just throw them out there. It's the Raiders. Their defense don't stop nobody. And also, Kansas City doesn't stop anybody either. So if you've got anybody on the Denver offense, start them. It's including Brandon Stokely. He's had 11 points 2 weeks in a row. So if you got Thomas, if you got Stokely, especially if you got Manning, just whoever's out there, just start him. And also in the last 3 weeks, Sidney Rice's production has steadily increased. He scored 11, 12, and 17 points. I don't expect him to get 20 this week, but a double-digit total is definitely achievable. It looks he is the best receiver on the roster. It looks like he's healthy and he's developed a chemistry with that rookie QB. So he looks like a very good, strong start from this point on in the season. And one of the best defenses in the league have been the Texans all year long, but now in 2 straight weeks they've given up tremendous point totals. And I still think they're a good play because they create turnovers and stuff. They get plenty of sacks. J.J. Watt's a very scary guy, but they also allowed 2 rushing touchdowns on Thursday after not giving up a single one all season. Their defense looks like it's starting to struggle a little bit, and my sleeper pick for this week is going to be the Giants defense. And I know they're going up against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, the way people know that he can decimate even the best defenses. But despite what the matchup says, the Giants defense could potentially be worth the risk. This is a fast, opportunistic defensive front that's going up against one of the worst O-lines in football and could wreak some havoc. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying there is potential here if you're willing to take that risk. And also, Golden Tate, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, he has had 16 points 2 weeks in a row. And in my humble opinion, Miami's defense is overrated. Once again, I'm calling Sidney Rice a must-start from this point on. And Golden Tate, I'm saying he has sleeper potential just because they look like they're really starting to figure out who they are as a team and what they're doing. And we're gonna finish this season. One more. We're gonna finish talking about one good thing, one bad thing, and just one random whatever. The good is that Justin Blackmon had a tremendous day last week, and he showed us why he's a first-round draft pick and could have another big day ahead of him as he faces a Tennessee defense that has not stopped anyone this year. And then Nick Foles, and the bad is that Nick Foles is definitely not the answer for the Eagles. He had a horrible day last week and could struggle against a very underrated Carolina defense. And in that same game, some experts were saying that Jeremy Maclin would have a huge day last week, and he didn't even catch one pass. Luckily, I put him on the bench anyways, and honestly, I'm considering dropping him because 6 points won't cut it. I mean, it's almost playoffs, and I need to win. I'm keeping him on my bench for right now, but if he doesn't give me 100 yards or a touchdown, there's really no reason for me to waste roster space on him. There are plenty of other better players out there. And also, the biggest thing going on this week is that no one knew who would be the starting QB for the 49ers. Here's what I do know, though. Kaepernick has a bigger arm and faster legs than Smith, so if you want to take the risk and go ahead and grab him, because New Orleans has one of the worst defenses in the league and will definitely give up a lot of yards. P.S. I write this show on Saturday, and just before I started recording, I heard the news that Kaepernick was officially made the starter. So if you need a good QB, throw his ass in there. This has been the Fan Perspective. Good luck to you in Week 12. Playoffs just around the corner. I hope all of you succeed. Tune in tomorrow for NBA Weekly. Tune in Tuesday for reflections from NFL Week 12. I am your host, Nathan Lyle. Happy Sundays.